at the edge of a great forest, where the meadow grass grew soft and long, and the river sang all day through smooth stones, 3 deer lived together. The golden deer, kind, trusting, warm as the afternoon light. The pale deer, gentle, sweet, but with a quiet longing to be the most loved. The dark deer, wise, cautious, strong, the one who always sensed danger before it had a face. They grazed together, played together, slept close every night. Their unity was their protection. The wolves of the forest knew it. The hunters knew it. Even the wind seemed to move around them carefully. As long as they stayed together, nothing could touch them. That was not a small thing. That was everything. One day, a wolf came. He was hungry. He had been watching them for days from behind the great boulder at the meadow's edge. He was not foolish enough to attack. 3 together. That was not prey. That was a wall. So he did not attack. He smiled. He walked into the clearing with his head low and his yellow eyes soft, or as soft as yellow eyes can be. And he said, "Good morning, dear friends. What beautiful creatures you are." The golden deer said nothing. The dark deer stepped forward slightly, watching. But the pale deer, who had always wanted to be noticed, always wanted someone to say she was special. She smiled back. "Nice to meet you," she said. "You are welcome here." And just like that, the wolf had his door. The wolf came back the next day, and the next, and the next. Each time, he spoke a little longer with the pale deer. Each time, he said a little more. "Do you not find it strange," he said one afternoon, "that the dark deer always watches you as if she does not trust you? Is that the face of a true friend?" The pale deer glanced at the dark deer. She had never thought of it that way. But now that he mentioned it— "And the golden deer," the wolf continued, his voice gentle as leaves falling. "She is always the one they praise, always the beautiful one, the kind one. But what about you? Are you not just as worthy?" The pale deer felt something she had never felt before for her friends. She did not have a name for it, but the wolf did. He called it truth. It was jealousy, and he had planted it as carefully as a farmer plants seeds, knowing exactly what would grow. One morning the wolf said, "I want to show you something. Just you. A beautiful part of the forest the others never take you to." The pale deer looked back at her friends. She thought of all the wolf had said, about being overlooked, about being less valued. She thought, "This one sees me. I will go," she said. And she distracted the golden deer with a story about a bird at the far creek, while the wolf led the dark deer quietly away into the trees. The dark deer went with him, because the wolf told her the pale deer was in danger and needed help. A lie inside a lie. By the time the golden deer looked up, the dark deer was gone. Just gone. No sound, no trace. Only the wolf's paw prints leading into the shadow between the trees. Days passed, then weeks. The golden deer disappeared next. The wolf told the pale deer that the golden deer had simply left, chosen a different meadow, a different life. "It is just us now," the wolf said warmly. "You and I. I will always be here for you." The pale deer stood alone in the meadow. She told herself she was fine. She told herself she was finally free. Free of the shadow of the others. Free to be the most noticed at last. She even felt something like pride. Then one cold morning, the wolf came again. But this time there was no smile. His yellow eyes were flat and hungry. His lean body was low to the ground. He did not speak first. The pale deer felt her legs begin to shake. "But I helped you," she whispered. I did everything you asked. You said we were friends." The wolf tilted his head slowly. "I have no friends," he said. "I was hungry. You were useful. Now you are all that is left." She had given him the wall, brick by brick, friend by friend. And now there was nothing left between her and what had been hunting her from the very beginning. Maybe you have known a wolf like this. Not an animal, a person. Someone who came into your circle with a soft voice and a careful smile, and slowly told you that the people who loved you most were actually your problem. That is what wolves do. They do not attack the group. They cannot. They find the one with the longing, the one who wants to be the most seen, the most chosen, the most special. And they whisper into that longing until it becomes a crack. And through that crack, they take everything. Here is the truth.